Hi guys, it's Nancy, and I have another different tulip foil plate to show you guys. This is the new tulip release from Spellbinders. This is another glimmer plate. So if you have the Spellbinders Glimmer of the Month, you're going to get this set, which I made these 2 cards. So you can go check out this video. But if you didn't and you weren't able to get it, or you couldn't get the Glimmer of the Month, maybe it's sold out, I don't know, you can purchase this other new foil plate, which is what we're going to play with today. And it is also the beautiful tulips. And you can purchase the stencils. They're layering stencils. You can see here that they're very similar design. So if you wanted to make a bigger card, this also comes with the dies to cut them out. So you could definitely layer this and cut these out. And then there is a sentiment and a die to cut the sentiment out. And it says, "Have a wonderful day." So that's really cool. But you could put all of these together, or you can use them individually. But let's play with this. So I have my glimmer plate inside my glimmer. It is warming up. Okay. And I am going to just use a piece of gold glimmer foil, something simple. Put that down color side down, and I'm using my hammer mill paper, 100 pound. And I want to line that up, and I just feel along the edge to make sure that it's where I want it. Okay, and then once this is ready to go, I'll hit the platform button. It'll be 60 seconds, and then we'll be able to take that off. Once that's off, I'm not going to die cut it. I'm going to bring it over here. This is just a waffle flower little stencil mat, and I did this one in pinks and greens. And I just have some washi tape to tape them down. And I have the stencils. And I'm going to do some greens and I think yellow and maybe red on this tulip. So we'll see how this one comes out. And some blending brushes. So once that is done and the 60 seconds are up, I'm going to run it through the glimmer machine. I'll bring you guys back in for that. Okay guys, I'm back. Our 1 minute is up on the glimmer. So now we're going to detach that and bring it over to our Spellbinders Platinum, or whatever die cutting machine you have and whatever appropriate shims you need. I don't need any shims because it works perfectly with my Platinum. I'm going to roll that through very slowly. We're going to pull that off of the hot plate there. Put this aside. Move that out of the way. Okay, then we're going to bring our little stencil mat and stencils back in. Make sure I am in frame for you guys. Okay, let's reveal. Stunning, beautiful foil. Hot foil. Save this for waste foil. Okay, and now we're going to line this up. Now, I did go ahead of time and found the numbers on the stencils. So most of them are in the bottom corner there. So this is number 1, and I'm going to try to figure out if I put my stencil in the corner, where does my paper need to go? All right, that might work. That might be as close as I get. So before nope, that's not lined up. Let me just move this back over here. Just going to do it this way. I'm going to put a little bit of, this is just washi tape just to hold this in place. Okay. Then I have a little washi tape on here, and you can see through this where it's supposed to line up. Now, I probably should have cleaned them because I'm using them again in different colors, but that's okay. I just realized my voice sounded like those Sketskis in Dark Crystals. I was like, All right, anyway. If you don't know what I'm talking about, never mind. All right, so for this layer, I think I want that to be the I guess like the lightest yellow, which I think is catching rays for me. And these are Catherine Polar inks. Well, that's a lighter yellow. This is like a golden yellow. Okay. Then we're going to lift that up. Then we're going to go to layer number 2. I have all of these in the wrong order. Okay. And you can see what you've just stenciled. You're going to lay this stencil on top of what you've already stenciled. So mask that. So if you lay this on top of what you just stenciled, it will mask that area and get you prepared for the next layer. And I'm going to go with a little bit darker yellow, which is Glitz. And I think I'm going to bring a little bit of orange into this. I'm going to do the yellow first. That's not lined up right. We're too far down. There we go. Sometimes that happens. Okay. I'm going to bring in just a smidgen of Tutti Frutti. It's kind of like a red orange. I want to make sure I'm lined up correctly here. Okay. And I'm just going to kind of flick that up from the bottom. Okay. Just a little bit of that. Okay, that's looking pretty good. All right, so that one's done. This one's done. Okay, layer 3, and again, the numbers are down in the bottom corner. Layer 3 is the last layer for the flowers, and I'm going to go in with red for this. Actually, I think I'll stay with the Tutti Frutti, and I'll just line it up, because I think the red would be too bold. I think I'll just go with Tutti Frutti. And all I'm doing is using my foiled lines, looking through my stencil. Of course, there are registration marks. You can definitely use a pencil and poke those through, and that will probably make it a lot easier to register, to line this up if you wanted to. I'm just looking through and lining up, following the foiled lines. You can definitely see the glimmer lines, and you can see where you should be stenciling. But if you're not comfortable with that, you can just take a pen and mark those dots, the registration marks, and next time you line them up, you could use that. All right, so I'm just going to use Tutti Frutti again, but I'm going to use it full strength this time. It's a nice corally orange color. And you can use any inks that you have. I recommend dye-based inks because they soak into the paper much faster. If you use hybrid inks, you want to be careful because sometimes that sits on top of the foil and it could smudge. Oh my gosh, you guys. That is so pretty. Oh, it's so nice. Okay. All right. I'm so impressed with this. Okay. All right. Now, stencil 4. This is a little tricky here. Stencil 4 is actually with stencil 7. Stencil 4 is designed for you to line up. See, I have the registration dot there. If I put this little bubble there, it's designed to line up the center. But I'm fine with my center because it's foiled there. If you wanted to, you could go in with some other color ink and color over that. I don't really care about it. So I'm skipping number 4. I really don't think it's necessary. Number 5 is right here, and it has that kind of mosaic there. So again, if we follow the registration marks, you can line up the 4 dots. But I'm just going to look through the stencil here. Make sure everybody is going to get a little bit of green on the stems and the leaves. Okay, and we're going to start with a lighter green, which is Garden Party. Now, I am not going to do anything with this mosaic background. You can if you want to. It's just there for some added accent. It's totally optional. You can use it anywhere you want. They added that instead of just leaving that as blank space on the stencil. So that's pretty cool that they put that there. You could put it around the corners. You can put it towards the background, whatever you want to do. All right, so that's Garden Party, and that's stencil 5. Look at it coming together. All right. Stencil 6. Doesn't have tape on it. I'm going to go in with Lime Ricky, which is just a shade darker green. Okay, beautiful. And then the last layer is layer number 7. And I'm going to continue to use Lime Ricky. I'm just going to be a little more heavy-handed because it's going to be the stems. So again, if you wanted to line up the registration marks, you could. I am basically eyeballing it. There. And I'm really going to go full strength with this and be a lot heavy-handed and darker on here. Now be careful because the registration mark is there. You don't want to put a green dot in the middle of your flower. In fact, I'm going to put a little piece of washi tape on there so that I never do that. Let's just cover that hole up. Thanks, hole. Don't need you. Okay, so now I've used the hot foil glimmer plate. The stencils are optional. They're layering stencils. And let's reveal. Are you guys ready? Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh. Now this one I lined up. I think that was layer number 1. Let me fix that. See, that's the good thing about this is I can see there's a little white area there that I want to cover up. I can go back and fix it very easily. There we go. Nobody will ever know. Oh my gosh. That is just so pretty, you guys. Not only is it pretty just layered, but with the glimmer on there and that hot foil. Oh my gosh. So definitely check that out. Again, there's also a hot foil plate. You have a die, so if you want to cut this out, you can cut it out. The die will cut that floral bouquet out for you. And then if you wanted to hot foil the sentiment, it says, "Have a wonderful day." You can foil it direct on there or foil it separately and cut it out. In fact, let me see. I turned my glimmer off. What I'll do is I'll turn my glimmer on. I'm going to pause the video, clean up some of this. I will foil and cut this out so you guys can see what that looks like. So I will be right back. Okay guys, I just pulled this off the Glimmer. I did do the hinge method. I think it bounced. Let's see here. Oh yeah, it bounced and overfoiled that. Let's see if we can clean that up though. Never fear. Sand eraser is here. Actually, let me try the washi tape before I try the sand eraser. Sometimes the sand eraser smudges it more than it lifts it. So I'm going to take a little washi tape, just roll it up. Should have did a little bit bigger piece. And then I'm just going to touch where it overfoiled. And it will lift. The majority of that overfoil is coming off. Ta-da! Yay! Pretty happy with that. I can go in with my clean side of my sand eraser. Finish that up a little bit. All right, anyway, let's see how that die cuts. So again, we have the sentiment. We have the matching die that comes with it. Thank you, Spellbinders. They always think about things like that. And again, a little washi tape to hold that in place. Going to use my platinum to die cut that. Let me cut this extra paper off. Okay, here we go. And while I was waiting for it to heat up, I grabbed some of the Spellbinders gold mirror card. You guys, I had to. It's match made in heaven. Here is our sentiment. What overfoiling? We erased it and it got cut off. Perfect. So now I have my card base. I have my new Spellbinders tape runner. Just going to pop that off. Okay. This thing I'm telling you is going to get popped off and left off and lost. But that's okay. It'll be all right. All right, here we go. And here is some of that yummy Spellbinders Card Shop Essentials Mirror Gold cardstock. Now this is super soft and very delicate, you guys. It's like really like feels like metal. Like you don't want to scratch this. It's not paper. It's foil, real foil card. Okay, so you want to be careful with that. And so because of that, when I put my tape runner on here, I'm going to put it towards the middle. I don't want it hanging off the edges because I don't want it to show through or scratch through. So I'm going to do like this. Okay. You see there's a little bit of a show through there. It's not too bad. That's cut to 5.5 by 4 1/4. Okay. Now, here is the first panel I did, and I die cut it so I could definitely pop this up on the new foam. Oh, that's going to look really pretty. And put the sentiment on there. Oh no, I have a dilemma. Or we can do this one and put the sentiment on there. Oh, dilemma, 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 dilemma. I want more of that gold to show through, so I think I'm going to use the pop foam squares. I think I like that because then the gold really is super pretty. Put a couple in the middle. We don't want a saggy bottom. Okay. I'm just going to grab my pokey tool and see it. Pop these off. The The wind is howling today. It's like 22 degrees out. Whew. Thank goodness I put my lawn furniture away in the winter because we have a really bad hill and it would go flying down the hill. I learned that the first 2 years living here. Don't leave anything outside unless it is heavily weighted down because it will end up at the bottom of the hill. Okay. And this one I used like a light pink hot foil. The gold foil on the gold would look really pretty, but this one's already cut out. And I'm going to line this up, whoops, straight to the bottom and the left side here, right on the edge. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. And then we have this guy. Just put a little tack of adhesive there. Whoops, not that much adhesive. These are basically little strips of adhesive, so I can just pop those off. Put one over here. Fold it over on itself. It's out of the way. Super sticky. Okay, that works. Oh, this is so pretty, you guys. I kind of want to give it to my mommy. Look, have a wonderful day. Some pink glimmer foiled tulips, and then layered stenciled, and the sentiment on some of that gold, mirror gold cardstock, all from Spellbinders. If you have any questions, I will post the links for everything down in the description for you, right under the video down there. If you're not already, please click the subscribe button and click the bell for notification. And on your way out, please give this video a thumbs up. I want to know, which tulips do you like better? Do you like the Glimmer of the Month tulips, which are these guys, which are horizontal, or do you like the new vertical tulips? Or comment down below if you just got to have both. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. And as always, keep on foiling. Bye.